Anthony Volpe made 2 errors yesterday during an eventual Yankees win, with the second one coming with 2 outs in the 9th inning. But this wasn't an isolated incident, being instead a part of a concerning trend for the New York shortstop, who is currently experiencing one of the bigger defensive fall-offs we've seen in recent MLB history. I'll get more into the numbers a bit later, but first, let's go through 3 categories I want to break his mistakes up into: bad throws, bad hands, and bad decision making. We'll start first with the throws, since this is where the majority of his errors have come from recently. As we saw not only versus the Rays, but also against division leader Toronto, when he directly cost his team a run by bouncing this throw with the runner on second, and then did the same here, only this time with no one on base. The next 2 certainly weren't routine, but still ended up costing his team key outs, on a jump throw off target versus the Red Sox, and then on a ranging play into the hole where he attempted to go to third, which I do think was the right move, but couldn't be completed because he threw a sinker to Jazz Chisholm, who couldn't manage to hold on to it. While he's never had the strongest arm, it's at least been consistently accurate in years past. Not anything like this. Moving on to our second category, bad hands, we see him making a number of defensive missteps on plays that should have been semi-routine for him. And in some big spots too, like on this one versus the Rays when he bobbled this ball with guys on first and third and 1 out, turning what should have been an inning-ending double play into a run-scoring error. This anti-clutch gene in the field was present again versus the Guardians, when instead of aggressively attacking this one-hopper, he allowed it to play him, allowing another go-ahead run across the plate. But at least that one only involved one type of miscue, right? You couldn't say the same about this one versus the Angels, when he again gave an opposing team a go-ahead run late, after bobbling this routine grounder and then throwing it away. For a guy formerly known as a glove-first player to have 3 game-altering plays in a negative way in his first 100 games of the season is certainly a bit concerning. Our last category is probably going to be what has been the single most frustrating thing for Yankee fans, being his outright lapses in judgment at times that we're seeing more and more, like on this play versus the Cubs, when he grabbed an easy ground ball, set his feet, and then flipped to second late when there was an easy out at first, with the call at the bag eventually being overturned. At least that one didn't directly cost his team a run though, unlike this one versus the Reds, when, again, instead of coming in and fielding this ball in a short hop, like you're taught to do at any level of baseball, he backed up well into the outfield, then compounded the issue by making an off-target throw to first, allowing the runner who originally started on second to score. For both of those, however, the thinking was at least understandable, but you couldn't say so much for the last one, when he dove to grab this ball deep in the hole, having no play at first, and really no play at third either based on where he was when he managed to get to it. Yet still he'd tried to make a play that wasn't there, with his desperation throw to third base eventually getting away, allowing the tying run to move up to second. Look at base runner Schneider's reaction immediately after. Even he was confused. All this feeds into what I'm sure Yankee fans have observed with their own 2 eyes, a massive downgrade in performance from prior years. As over his first 2 seasons, he registered 11 fielding runs, including 10 of that just last season, along with a Gold Glove and 21 defensive runs saved. This year, he's actually in negative territory in FRV at -2 and outs above average at -3, as well as seeing his DRS drop all the way to a pedestrian mark of just 1. If he's going to continue to be NY's everyday shortstop, he's going to have to find some way to either drastically improve his production at the plate, or somehow manage to get back whatever he's lost in the field, and to a lesser extent, on the bases as well. Now, thank you so much for watching, and please remember that if you ever see anything you'd like to see detailed in the Made the Cut video, whether that be a specific play, player, or narrative surrounding a team or something, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I do end up using your idea, I'll of course give you a shout out. Thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next one.